Hi, good morning everyone. Let's get started with SAP Solution Manager training. Solution Manager is the central solution for application lifecycle management and the operation of software solutions. It supports heterogeneous system environments and its functions covers all key areas right from the implementation and go live to operations and ongoing improvement of solutions. SAP Solution Manager combines tools, content, and direct access to SAP to increase the reliability and stability of solutions and which lowers the total cost of operations. Solution Manager is also the system which provides the cooperation between different project team, SAP partners, consultants, active global support, thereby simplifying the different stakeholders for the solution. To ensure this, SAP Solution Manager covers the entire life cycle of a solution. Okay, so here you can see that there are different ITIL process which is managed by Solution Manager. You can see these are the different 6 phases of life cycle, right from the requirement phase, in which we collect the requirements of new applications or for the distribution of existing application. Design phase, where it convert requirements into detailed specification. Build and test phase, which configures the application and create an organizational model in accordance with specification. Deploy phase, which transfers changes and organizational models into existing IT landscape. Operate phase, which provides IT services required for ongoing operation. Optimize phase. So you can see that these are the different phases which is available, and how these phases come together is defined here. Okay, you can see here we have technical operations phase. So in technical operations phase, the ongoing operations of IT services is taken care. Then you have incident management phase. So apart from taking care of central monitoring and alerting infrastructure, you take care of integrating and finding out root cause analysis. Then you have maintenance phase, where you apply the fix and create support packages. Then you have change control management. Basically you find out and implement controlled and documented adjustment of business process and approval process. Okay, then you have test management phase. So once changes are documented, they are approved, and they can be tested and then can be rolled out. Okay, so for the solution implementation phase, you have solution implementation. You have the full documentation, centralized documentation of your entire system landscape, custom coding, partner application. Okay, so here you can see that once the system is ready for going into the next phase of upgrade, you can upgrade that particular system. So here you can see that right from the requirement phase to the design phase to build and test phase to deploy phase to operate phase to optimize phase, and again come back to the requirements. So it provides the full 360 degree of ITIL process which is required for the application lifecycle management. Okay, so from the architecture perspective, you can see that you have a CRM box. Okay, so this CRM box, which in turn is connected to the central SLD, and it has a NetWeaver and it can manage the SRM components. Okay, so it can monitor different systems, different business processes. You can have a centralized documentation management. Okay, and here you can see that these 3 phases, that is operate phase, you have optimize phase, and you have implementation phase. So for each phase, whatever processes are required are built into the solution manager. Say for the operate phase, what you require is you require service desk to receive the ticket, you require issue management, service incident management, you require change request control. Okay, you have the charm process there, you have quality gate to control the major changes. So once the changes are done, then root cause analysis for any issues, end user experience, system monitoring, system administration. So these are the tasks from the operation point of view. So for operating an environment, we require these different tasks. Okay, then the upgrade phase. Okay, then service delivery phase, maintenance optimizer. Okay, then we have the business process and interface monitoring. All these can be documented, so entire process gets documented. You have solution documentation assistant, then custom development cockpit is there. Okay, then for the implementation phase, you can see that for implementing you have projects. Okay, you are having a central business process repository, you have custom template, you have global template, so you can control your global rollouts. Okay, then you have the business blueprinting can be defined, configuration can be done, test can be created based on the business blueprinting, and whatever changes are being rolled out, you can have a report showing the business process change analyzer report showing that what is the impact of any of those changes. Okay, so that's how the entire process within solution manager takes care of application lifecycle management process. Okay, so what we have seen is it provides different processes, okay, for application lifecycle management for all the systems, for all the business processes, entire documentation, all test information can be consolidated, all customer development and functional enhancements can be done. Okay, so functional enhancement, you have custom development management and cockpit. Okay, then you have all incident and problem management, you have the service desk provided here for that purpose. Okay, and you have all monitoring data. Okay, so you have system monitoring and early watch reports and while introscope reports built in here. Okay, then service level information, change information. So for changes you have change control management and you have maintenance optimizer to roll out the changes. Okay, then you have all service planning, delivery and follow-up information, maintenance activities, training related information. So you can see that this provides for an application lifecycle management. Solution manager provides right from the requirement phase to design phase to build and test phase, and once they are tested, the deployment of them, operating them and optimizing the solution, and again creating the requirement based on the report of optimization. Okay, here you can see a sample architecture for SAP Solution Manager. Okay, you can see on the left side you have SAP Solution Manager system, which is 7.0 or 7.1. so the latest version is 7.1. SP9 is rolled out very recently. And on the right side you have the managed systems, basically the systems which is managed by Solution Manager, which could be an ABAP or Java or ABAP plus Java, or it could be a non-SAP system as well. Okay, in Solution Manager you can see you have a Solution Manager SLD, which keeps the information in a centralized format about all systems and it's kind of configuration repository about the different products and systems available. Okay, then you have a JCO connection, which is established JCO or RFC connection depending on whether it is an ABAP application or Java application. So you have a RFC connection to an ABAP application, you have a JCO connection to a Java application if you are monitoring a Java system. Okay, then you have a diagnostics agent basically you have the Solution Manager diagnostics installed, which talks to the diagnostic agent in managed server using a P4 port. Okay, and you have a Java application, that is NWA, which communicates with the diagnostic agent. Okay, and at the bottom layer, at the physical host level, you have SAP host agent, which is installed. Okay, current version is 720. Okay, so you have host agent, which has the collector related information, OS collector, that is CPU, memory and disk space related, capacity related information, and other diagnostics. Okay, then we have seen that you have diagnostic agent, you have local SLD, which is must for systems below 7.1, and you have a central SLD. Okay, so and the connection is established between the Solution Manager, central SLD, and the managed system via HTTP protocol or web services. Okay, so this in short is the architecture for a Solution Manager. You can see you have a Solution Manager system, you have connections for establishing or connecting to managed systems, either it could be a Java system or an ABAP system. You have diagnostics built in, which connects to the diagnostic agents. You have SLD, which stores the central configuration or management information about different systems, different products, different hardware or hosts related information. Okay, so this in short is the sample architecture for a Solution Manager. Okay, now let's see the technical landscape. Technical landscape, here you can see that you have a central SLD, which is system landscape directory, and all the technical systems, whether it is a Java system or it's an ABAP system or it's a non-ABAP system or non-SAP system, they will do the self-registration into SLD, and this information will be sent via it will be synchronized to LMDB, and LMDB in turn will send the information to system landscape, that is SMSY. So you can see that how the flow of information is taking place from the managed system to the central landscape directory, to LMDB, that is landscape management database, to SMSY, that is system landscape. Okay, so as we have seen that for an application lifecycle management, SAP Solution Manager takes care of all the aspects of ITSM right from the implementation phase. So we have seen that from the implementation perspective, for the implementation of solution, it's SAP methods and tool, global template rollout, customizing, e-learning, test management. Okay, from upgrade perspective, you have standard ASAP methodology, learning, test management. So this is for the implementation perspective. For the operations perspective, you have service desk, you have best practice for messaging, you can integrate third party help desk tool as well, so that it's a single place for all the ticketing. Then you have solution monitoring, basically system monitoring, business process monitoring, system administration, reporting, service level reporting from the operational perspective. So all this is taken care using the operational functions in Solution Manager. And you have the root cause analysis, basically incorporating the safe remote access, performance management, log dumps, traces, technical configuration, and we get it using Wiley Introscope or Wiley systems. Okay, then we have the optimization, that is delivery of SAP services, that is create or remote delivery, issue management, then maintenance optimizer to find out what are the things required to operate, what are the different patches required to upgrade a particular system. Okay, then change management following the ITIL standard, maintenance process. So you can see that right from implementation to operations to optimization, all the core business processes is taken care by Solution Manager. Okay, then we have, let's look it from the functionality overview. Okay, from the functionality perspective, you can see that we have these different categories, like from the prerequisite for the implementation. Okay, prerequisite for implementation is you need to have defined system landscape, you need to have a documentation management, and you should be able to manage your projects well. Okay, then at the implementation phase you have roadmaps. Okay, so you can see that different functionality is provided. Okay, so you have, from the implementation perspective, for the projects you have roadmaps, you can create blueprints, configuration, test management, training management, global rollouts, customizing, synchronization, project analysis. So all this can be done from the implementation perspective. So this is there from the functionality perspective. Okay, then for the operations you have, once the solution landscape is defined, so that is the time for you, once you create a landscape, previously using DSWP, now it is there in the technical monitoring and system monitoring. You can start doing system monitoring from there. You can set up solution manager diagnostics, business process monitoring. You can set up your service desk, charm, maintenance optimizer. Charm stand for change and release management. Okay, then service SAP support integration. So this is there from the functionality overview perspective. Okay, from the integration perspective, you can see that solution manager connects to different systems. So for the business process, it can connect to Aris or Microsoft Visio 2003. It can connect to BPMX. Okay, then for the test management, it can connect to HPQC, that is HP Quality Center, or TAO, SAP's TAO. It can connect to performance and load test, automated stress test, CompuView's QA suite. Okay, then for the training management, it can, you have SAP Productivity Pack and Oracle On Demand. And then on the system monitoring side, you can see that it can integrate with Wiley Introscope, which is the advanced monitoring with graphical analysis. Okay, then business process monitoring, basically using HPQC. Then you can integrate your service desk with the remedy from BMC. Okay, so we have seen different systems, third-party tools to which it can integrate to. Then what functionality is provided at which phase. So here we can see that different functionality is provided by solution manager at different phases of implementation. Okay, for the plan phase, you can see that we have solution manager roadmap and project analysis. Okay, then you have a business blueprint creation. Then we have solution manager project and BPR, that is business process repository creation. Okay, so we have in the plan phase, this is getting created. Okay, at the build phase, we have service desk, we have test workbench, configuration management. Okay, integration and user acceptance test, deploy test, operations test. Okay, so you can see that different phase you have different component of solution manager playing a role there. Okay, at the setup and installation phase, during the analysis phase, during the change phase and deployment phase, you can see that different functionality is provided by solution manager at different phases. Okay, then let's see solution manager in the life cycle of an implementation project. So if the project is a net new implementation for a new customer, you can see that at the design phase, you define your landscape, you define your documents, you create your projects, you define the roadmaps, create blueprints for them. So this is all happens, this is all is taken care at the design phase in solution manager. Okay, so let's go to the build phase. Okay, in the build phase, once the business blueprint is defined, it gets modified, configuration is done, and then project analysis is done. Okay, in the test and deployment phase, we create the test management, we create the test cases, come up with the training plan, create global rollouts, we create the templates for the global rollout there. Okay, so this is what happens in managing a project. Okay, we have defined the roadmaps, do the customizing, synchronization, do a project analysis. Okay, and then we have seen that when we have in the architecture, we have SLD, that is solution landscape directory. So that SLD stores the information about the managed systems. So how it stores the information about the managed systems? It creates technical systems, it creates business systems, you have product instance defined there. Okay, so this is the structure it creates within Solution Manager to manage the different components. Okay, so that is pretty much about Solution Manager overview. Thanks for joining and have a nice day. Bye bye.